This week we have a very interesting parsha, Torah Lech Lecha. We learn about an amazing episode at the beginning of the parsha, Avram being commanded by Hashem to leave his homeland, one of the greatest sacrifices a Jew could make, and move to a strange land, to Eretz Yisrael. Nowadays we're privileged that Eretz Yisrael is not such a strange land for us, and for really most of us we probably could pick up and move there, if only we had Avram's courage to do so. Maybe something to work on for this coming year. The parsha starts off with Avram going to Eretz Yisrael, and then as time goes on, we learn of Avram's challenge. A famine hits the land. Avram is commanded to leave Eretz Yisrael now. It's a challenge to him because he's just picked up his whole family and moved them to Eretz Yisrael. After having been settled there, now his life is at risk of a famine, and must move down to Egypt. On his way to traveling, he turns to Sarah, his wife, and says, "Now I recognize that you're a beautiful woman." Picking up on the strange "now I notice that you're a beautiful woman," they'd been married for quite a while already, Rashi comments, gives a few explanations. I'd like to concentrate on the second one, where he says that travel puts a strain on a person's looks. We all know that coming off a 15-hour flight, we don't look as good as we did coming onto the flight. Avram, realizing that even with all the travel, Sarah still looked beautiful, says, "Now I can finally recognize how beautiful you are." I think Rashi's idea, without concentrating on the specifics, of being able to appreciate somebody later on in life, gives us food for thought. What's the idea of appreciation? Appreciation is recognizing something's value, or somebody's value in this case. How does one come to appreciate something? If it's something with immediate beauty, a painting, music, a diamond, we realize right away, hey, that's a beautiful object. Right away we're awestruck with its beauty. But how does somebody have an appreciation for beauty that comes after an amount of time? Something that we're familiar with. That only comes with a knowledge, with an understanding of what that object is all about. Avram recognized Sarah's beauty when he married her. There's no way they didn't have a physical attraction like any other normal human being does. But as time went on in their marriage, Avram began to realize how special Sarah really was. And it's a lesson for all of our marriages. It's true, we're infatuated with our spouse as soon as we get married to them. But as time goes on, unfortunately, we see a lot of marriages that it starts to wither. The excitement starts to dissipate. Rather, the lesson from Avram and Sarah is that as marriage goes on, we should begin to appreciate even more the special qualities that our spouse has. That's the true appreciation, an appreciation that comes out of a knowledge, not out of an immediate, instant gratification or satisfaction or infatuation. This Shabbos, let's really appreciate our spouses. Let's take a step back and realize over the either short amount of time or the many years of our marriage how special our spouses really are. Have an appreciative Shabbos.